we hold too much sacred. That's the root of the rot, isn't it? Aged ideals, embalmed in ritual, paraded as wisdom. Dogmas dressed in nostalgia. The unshakable myths of how things ought to be. The sacred isn't holy. It's calcified. And we defend it not because it's true, but because it's familiar. Tradition, they say, is the soul of civilization. But I say it's often its leash, a tether made of stubbornness and fear, fraying only when reality pulls too hard to ignore. And even then, we don't cut it. We tie it tighter. Progress doesn't stumble because of chaos. It's strangled by the hands of those clutching relics. People who'd rather preserve a fading picture than repaint the frame, who mistake stillness for strength and obedience for order. These sacred beliefs about family, gender, patriotism, faith, power, purity, they aren't held because they nourish. They're clutched like heirlooms by those afraid of the present and terrified of the future, and they will smother everything unfamiliar to keep their illusion intact. What's most grotesque is how so many who live by these convictions do so without understanding them. Not out of studied philosophy, but out of convenience, out of inheritance, hand-me-down ethics from men long dead, worn like armor but rusted with time. When questioned, they retreat, not into reason but into slogans, into scripture, into the hollow reassurance of the way it's always been, as if the past was ever merciful, as if it deserved our loyalty. The truth: most who cling to tradition are not defenders of principle. They're defenders of comfort, set in their ways, terrified of having to grow. And so they kneel to old ghosts and call it virtue. But progress is not made in temples, it's made in ruins. Not by preserving what is sacred, but by asking again and again, what is worth letting go? Because when we hold too much sacred, we stop questioning. And when we stop questioning, we stop evolving. And when we stop evolving, we do not preserve civilization. We embalm it. So hold less sacred. Burn the altar. Ask better questions. Because the future does not care what you loved too long.